Live. Hey everyone, Robert Nixon here with Catherine Flick, formerly Catherine Welsh. She just got married, so congratulations.
Thank you.
She's with Best Mortgages for You. We're just going to ask her a couple questions.
Mortgage Center.
Yeah, Best Mortgages for You, but she's with the Mortgage Center. On Dogwood and 11th. Dogwood and 11th.
Bottom of the hill.
Bottom of the hill. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Okay, yeah, Catherine Flick. I work at the Mortgage Center, bottom of Dogwood and 11th, and it's a little blue building. There's parking out back. You can come visit me anytime.
Cool. So she's a mortgage broker, obviously, in Campbell River. Lots of changes lately. How long have you been a broker for?
3.5 years.
3.5 years.
I've been at the Mortgage Center for 2.
Still new, kind of like me, about the same amount of time as me in real estate.
Well,
New
it's
and
an
ambitious.
industry of forever learning, so.
Yeah, exactly. It's 3 years is a lot. You learn a lot in 3 years for sure. Why are you passionate about being a mortgage broker?
Well, I've always worked in the service industry. That's been the whole basis of my whole work career, and I like to help people, so helping people find and get their dream home is really satisfying.
Yeah, it's similar to real estate probably. So it can be challenging sometimes, but then once you overcome those challenges, and people, the end result they're happy with it is rewarding, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, especially on the hard ones that take a little bit extra.
Yeah, looking at some fun ones.
Yeah.
On all ends. What made you decide to become a mortgage broker? So you sort of went into that there, but did you have any banking experience before that?
No.
Okay, so what made you decide to become one?
Well, I was looking for ways to challenge myself. I wanted to make some changes. I wanted to do something that was really meaningful for me. And I had met a friend in Mexico who was a broker, so I talked to her quite a bit about what she did. And
Are we allowed to say who that was?
Huh?
I'm allowed to say who it was.
Yeah, that was Elaine Duke. She's
okay.
she's in Nanaimo, so but anyways, I decided to take the course, and I've never looked back since.
Awesome.
I started the course in May of 2015, and then I wrote my exam in September, and I was licensed by first part of December of that year. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, how long was that? How long did it take?
Well, you have 2 years, but I basically did it in 4 months. I
Yeah,
just
that's
studied
like
8
me
hours
too.
a day.
They only give us a year, I think.
Oh, really? Maybe I'm
So-
wrong.
But you passed the test. I think it's pretty well the same test we do, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's like the same course you guys do too.
It's not easy, and I think it's gotten harder. So, but if I can pass it, anyone can, right? So, what can someone expect when applying for a mortgage? So that's a big one. I think we've seen lots of changes. There's lots of talk on whether prime's going to go down, whether the stress test is going to go down. CMHC's offering
Yeah.
incentives again with interest-free loans. So how do you
Yes.
go there?
Well, I wouldn't concern myself so much with all the rules. I mean, they're very important, but as far as the process goes, it's good to meet and determine what you can qualify for. And for me, it's not about how much of a mortgage you can get, because that's that's good, except for really what is your budget? What are you going to be comfortable for? And then maybe we look for a mortgage in that way, so that you can meet all your financial obligations and keep your credit strong. So once we find that out, then your realtor helps you find a house. And once you find the perfect dream home, your realtor writes an offer for you, and then you or your realtor sends the offer to me, and we submit to a lender for approval. Then, once we have an approval, you will maybe need an appraisal, a house inspection. During that time, we'll have a final document list that we need to collect to submit to the lenders. Once that is complete, we'll sign mortgage papers in my office, and the lender will then instruct the papers to your lawyer or notary, which you choose, and then they will set up an appointment for you. They call you. During that time right before your notary, then you go get your house insurance and bring your policy paper, and your notary will tell you all the things he needs you to bring, and then you will go in and sign and write your Notary a check.
Done. Keys. That's
Yeah.
simple. I think something. Oh, yay! That fan stopped. I mean, something important that I would think probably is when you do meet the first time and when you ask for documents and stuff, probably is making sure you just get all those documents to the broker as quick as possible. Have everything in line. Make sure everything's truthful. Unfortunately, that has to be said maybe sometimes. And let them do their job, right? It shouldn't be too stressful. I mean, I know it can be if you have a house to sell, especially and stuff, and buy another one. There's all sorts of other workings of that, but just let them do their job. Make sure you get them everything they need, and they should be able to do it, right? And,
Yeah, it's important to get your documents in fairly quickly so that we can tell if there's a problem, especially because you'll have subject removal dates that you need to abide by. And
yeah, and that's stuff that we send in, right? But and what about pre-approvals? Do you guys? I know some banks and some mortgage brokers sometimes do pre-approvals, some don't. I've been pushing for them a little bit more just because there's been so many financing changes and collapses, and you know, for the client's time and everyone's time, and the disappointment if they can't get a house or working at a $700,000 house. There's one on the TV there, and they can only afford 4. Then you know, that's setting the bar a little high, and then they get disappointed, right?
Yeah. It's important for you to know what you qualify for.
Yeah.
And yes, we can do pre-approvals for people with certain lenders. But we, you know, once you pick a property, then the property will need to be approved by the lender.
Yeah, every property does have to. So if you have a pre-approval, see, that's a common mistake in it too. If you have a pre-approval, it's good. It means you're pre-approved for 400,000 or 600,000 or whatever, but the property's also qualified.
Right.
And sometimes, if there's issues, that might change.
One thing that can affect your approval is, say, if the property has a shop on it, and the shop is included in the value. If you have an appraisal and the house can't appraise at the purchase price with the shop, then you need to either collapse the deal because you may not have enough money, or you have to come up with more money.
Yeah, something to keep in mind when you want a house with a shop and you're first time buyer or something.
Yeah.
If they're attached to the house, sometimes they can't account or something.
No, if they're attached, they're
acreages too, right?
Yeah, if the shop is attached, it's fine. Same with garages. If your garage is detached, then it shouldn't be in the purchase price.
Yeah. And that's the same thing with acreages. If it's over a certain amount of acres, they won't count. So bigger down payments is how you fix that problem. But if you're going to the shop, searching for a house with a shop with 5% down, it could affect that heavily, right?
I wouldn't say not to try, because sometimes the appraisal does come in fine, but it would be something that you would discuss with me and your realtor so that we all knew that there could be a potential for an issue. And as long as everybody knows and we're all upfront with everything, then yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, for sure. And then another thing is if you're under 20%, I believe, for most insurers, CMHC and stuff would be their role.
Yep, CMHC, Genworth, or Canada Guarantee. There's 3 insurers.
Yeah, and they can be fun too.
Yeah.
And they cost more money too on top of your mortgage, of course, but it's inevitable.
Yeah, so in that case, if we were declined by the first insurer, we would have to find a different lender to go to the second insurer, and then if that didn't work, to go to a third one. After that, there's no options because there's only 3 insurers.
Yeah,
then you need 20% more after that.
20% down payment. So, my brain was going somewhere there. Where was it? With the insurers, I don't know. We sort of went into what should someone have in place before applying, I guess, for a mortgage. Which, I don't know if you want to go into that a little more detail.
What?
Well, what they should have in place before applying.
Yeah, I would say.
Do you have a checklist or anything?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a printout that I use.
You send to people and they go, okay, I got my notice of assessment.
Yes. Yeah, I have a complete checklist of documents that is standard for every lender. And then once we have an approval, they may either ask for things that, we don't have, but we can get. Yeah. Yeah,
well, that's where I was going. Obviously, CMHC and stuff, where there can be some challenges like self-employment income and stuff, right? And usually you need 2 years, right?
Yeah, 2 years. And then a steady income. They don't like to see a variance. So if you have 40,000 last year and it's 80,000 this year, they're really going to question why. And so then it makes it difficult.
Okay.
It's pretty hard for self-employed sometimes because they're generally really hardworking people, and the lenders do consider self-employment a slightly higher risk.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Including us.
Yeah.
So tell me about your first time helping someone with their mortgage application.
My first time, it was one of my best friends, and we did a Purchase Plus improvements. She was able to replace all her windows, do her deck. She got a great rate. It was really a fantastic experience.
So extra money on top of the purchase price for improvements.
Yeah.
For improvements.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And anyways, it was a fantastic experience because it was my first mortgage ever, and we did it together. So it really helped out a lot because, you know.
And it was a big learning curve, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
My first, you know what, I think my first offer I ever wrote was in this closing room right here. And it didn't come together, and it was an Asian guy, and he was really aggressive, and it was not the best experience, but I sure learned a lot.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But we won't go into details of that one. Your greatest accomplishment being a mortgage broker?
Oh, well, I had a lady with 4 jobs. The lender didn't find that having 4 jobs would be sustainable, although she'd done it for years and years on end. And yeah, it took a few tries, and then wasn't happening, and then the 4th time, I want to try again. And
different lender, same lender?
Different lender.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got it done. It was really. Yeah, it was good.
And not all things are the same, I don't think either. Like every lender can be different. It could depend on who the underwriter is that's working with the file at the time too, maybe.
Well, at times, they have different lenders have different guidelines.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for sure.
You know, some will accept some income, some won't. So those are all the kind of things that we would assess. You know, whether you needed to use that income, like child tax credit and things like that. You know, we have some lenders that use that will allow that.
And things like living allowance and stuff can be tough because they're not guaranteed, right?
Yeah, the living allowance, they generally want a 2-year average. They won't just take it.
Okay, but they will count it depending on the lender again?
Yeah. So that's where you get into problems with documents, you know, and what you were talking about being pre-approved is if a person brings only their pay stub in, and, you know, we use the year to date, 2 year to date, and then the employment letter says something differently, then, you know, what you thought you could have qualified for, maybe not what the lender will accept based on the job letter. So
right. So the more documents you can bring in, the better. Full picture of everything. For sure, because they may vary.
Yeah.
Especially if you got a raise or something recently, and then your assessment from the years before don't reflect it. Seen that happen. What are your long-term goals?
Well, I'd like to continue to help people, right? Put more people into their dream homes. Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me. Yeah. Never mind. Any tips for someone who's interested in becoming a mortgage broker?
Well, I would suggest, because I didn't realize that you need to actually have a degree in marketing. I would suggest that while you're doing the course, pay close attention to marketing skills, because not only will you need those skills immediately, you know, but it's difficult. It's difficult if you're not a marketer and you're also learning the business at the same time. It just feels like you're doing 2 major type of careers at the same time. So
business management, business financing, business marketing, business lead generation.
Yeah.
I mean, even in real estate, they probably don't teach us. It's a pretty well the same course of things, so they don't teach you a single thing when you're doing your real estate course about writing an offer. Sorry, I lied. They've changed it a bit now. There's a post-licensing course you do where they teach you a little bit. But first time I wrote an offer, I didn't know how to write an offer. I mean, obviously I got help. You have to, right?
Yes,
but
you
learn as you go, and you basically. I relate it back to being a mechanic. Because I was dreaming of being a mechanic, right? So it's basically you troubleshoot it. Like you look at the property and you look at the situation, and you go, okay, it's in Sayward. They have wells and septic fields. You're going to get well and septic fields subject to the protect the person? I mean, it's kind of legal stuff, right?
Yes.
Or is it in Campbell River and it's got commercial building or it's being used? Or let's say it's got a residential building on it. It's being used for commercial or it's
Yeah.
commercially zoned. That'd be hard
Or
financing.
it's zoned agricultural, but it's actually residential. You know.
Yeah, that's a big financing issue, right? But
Yeah.
writing the offer is not a big deal, but yeah, you just have to basically look at each one individually and figure it out, right?
Yeah.
And cover your client's ass, basically, right?
Yeah,
It's-
basically, it's our job to protect people from
Mhm.
being sued, right?
I had some really,
Losing
really
money.
difficult ones at first. It was crazy.
It's always that way. when you're first.
Foreclosure that was like couldn't get insurance and the roof was leaking and the old guy was still living there and he felt bad and the first time buyers didn't know anything about buying property. So some crazy things, right, that you just have to sort of figure out along the way and learn. But yeah, if you, I mean, you can take, I think you can take courses for like a couple of years to get degrees in real estate and stuff before, but I didn't know enough about it to do that, right? So I definitely learned a lot and had some help along the way. So yeah, study before you can start the course.
Yep.
Maybe working in an office, like I know there's an assistant here that's just sort of test. I don't know if she passed it or not yet, but she was a student assistant for a year or something, right? So at least she knows a lot of the back end stuff.
Right.
Be social.
You can go out a lot. Yeah.
Where do you go? Calendar. My coach was just talking about that today. He's like, "Oh, what have you been doing for being social?" I joined the Chamber of Commerce. That's exciting. Been pretty cool. Anything else that you can give people for tips or I don't know what you have to offer? Or
Oh well.
if they want to ask you, they can just email you, phone you, probably Google you, Facebook.
I'm on Facebook. I have a Google page.
Maybe tag me on Facebook or team.
Yeah. You can message me. I'll answer any questions you have. You can call or you can text me. I respond well to text as well. And anything you want to know, I'm here for you. I meet people a lot after hours, weekends, whenever it's convenient because a lot of people work, 9 to 5, so.
Yeah, and you have most of your clients come into the office or do you meet them for coffee?
I meet them in the office, I meet them out for coffee, that's sometimes really nice.
A little more natural, right? If someone's not comfortable or they're meeting or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, so really.
Cool. Alright, well thanks. I don't know if anyone's watching, but have a great day and happy spring. Full moon last night and the first day of spring yesterday. Bye.